we want to go out and actually introduce you to an individual that I got to meet not that long ago, actually. You know, and when I first met her, she was getting ready to open up her med spa. You know, she came out to our convention in Las Vegas as well, and she loves skincare. I'm telling you, she loves skincare. She knows everything about skincare. She knows all about the details. She's an esthetician as well, a professional skincare specialist, but truly blown away with our products. And I got to work with her, and she's doing amazing. And I want to share with you her story and introduce you. So let's go out and let's welcome SeemaG up to the call. Hello, Seema.
Hi. So thank you, National Director Steve, for giving me this platform to share my journey with Riman. But I do want to preface it by saying that growing up, I was always told I had great skin. Never saw a doctor, never saw a skincare specialist. I was a tomboy tennis player. Because I was told I had great skin, I never took care of it. No SPF, no skincare, nothing. Then I turned 50 and I was introduced, yes, to K-dramas, quite cliche, but yeah, I was introduced to K-dramas, and in it, the skincare routine just took me by surprise. I was like, oh my God, look how easy their skincare routine is. And of course, you only would just see sheet masks and maybe some eye patches. So that became my skincare. I would put on a sheet mask and go brush my teeth, chop some vegetables, call it a day, take it off, call it a day for skincare. I thought I knew what I was doing. But then in January, I started school. This is just January of this year. I started school and I was a know-it-all. I was like, I'm just here to learn about skin, learn how to be the best at explaining skin, everything, because my skin's great. And I didn't let the teacher touch my skin with anything that was chemical-based because I saw the ingredients of what they were using, and the ingredients were like a mile long. And I was like, I don't want any of that stuff on my face. Please don't touch it. If it's not a rice toner or a rice water or yogurt, we'll keep it simple like that. And she was like, Seema, let me take a picture of your skin. So she took a picture, and I want to share my screen because I took a few pictures that I wanted you guys to see what my skin looked like in January. So that February 1st, 2025 was the day that I actually got that picture taken. And I was shocked that that's what my skin looked like. There's hyperpigmentation, fine lines, pores, wrinkles, very dull. And I was like, oh my God, what's going on here? This is crazy. I didn't know that this is what my skin looked like. And so I started to look up what systems were. They had a system at the school. I was like, fine, go ahead and put that on my skin. But still, I cringed every time they put something that was not very natural on my skin. I just cringed. So I went home and I started looking up skincare systems, and of course, went into a deeper dive about Korean skincare. And I started reading about what systems do. And for me, I learned that systems are like a good Michelin meal. When you go to a restaurant and you have a really good Michelin meal, you pretty much expect it, that you know it's going to taste good. Why? Because the chef carefully curated ingredients, matched them up to be the right fit for the next ingredient and the next ingredient and the next ingredient. So when you finally are done with the Michelin meal, out comes a delicious meal. So for me, skincare, I compare to that, a system, not just any skincare. I compare a system to that. So I wanted to get a system that was from the same company, where the products were all curated one after the other, and they were all supposed to go together. So I started Googling it, and before I knew it, I got an Instagram, a very compelling Instagram ad for Riman, and it hit me. It hit me right here, and I was like, this is exactly how I want my skin to feel. This is exactly how I want my skin to look. It's everything. So I reached out, and it was Riman. So I reached out, and I sent a message to the person that put the ad out, and who responds? National Director Steve. Yeah. My first connection to Riman is National Director Steve. I was blown away. I was like, how did this happen? How is my first connection to this company you? He's like, that's just how things go. This is just this, you know what I mean? We just started rolling with it. I said, fine. I still was skeptical, still couldn't believe that I was connected to him. I was like, this is weird how I'm connected to the number one guy in the company. But I gave it a chance. I tried a product out, and I got the product actually February 1st. This picture was also the picture that I took the day that I got the product. So February 1st was the day I tried it. And that picture that's right next to it is February 10th. I had been using the Expert skincare line, and I was blown away because people were telling me, oh my God, my skin looked better. And I was like, really? So I took a second picture at February 10th. That's the picture. And you can even see my little notes in there for Riman Insulger. I was like, yes, I was using that. And so, of course, I became a believer. I was using it twice a day, the right way, as an esthetician does, skincare order, everything was being done right. And then what else? Basically, I started learning more about skin analysis. And so I looked back at a lot of my old pictures from before when I was in California, you know, the tomboy, the non-SPF user. And that is this picture right here. Oops. Can you guys see this picture right here where I'm totally sunburned, swollen? Like, I was shocked. And I thought I actually was okay in that picture. But this is a picture of me inflamed, swollen, burned. And I thought I was fine because everyone's like, oh, you have great skin. So then really a month or two later, the hyperpigmentation came out in that February picture. So you can see how I did not know anything about skincare. But thankfully with Riman, I have started to improve my skin. And so what ended up happening was that I started to slowly sneak my products in to the Paul Mitchell studio, and I started doing facials with Riman, and all of my clients loved it. And, you know, basically I just started putting ads for myself and, pitching myself as an esthetician, and people just really started to trust me because as National Director Steve can tell you, I asked him a lot of technical questions, a lot of product science questions. I needed to know everything about everything that was going on my skin, that was going to be going on other people's skin. I loved learning about, the nano liposomal technology. I loved learning about all of that. I was going deeper, deep into the dermal layer, and, injections weren't needed, and how all of the other stuff that I had been using just laid on my surface, which is why nothing ever really worked. So that's what ended up happening. And so, yeah, you can see that on April 10th, 2025, I actually started including, through National Director Steve's advice, I started including the Radiance Foam Toner. So about 2 months of using that, my skin just started to glow a little bit better. So I highly recommend, if you have mature skin and you are using the expert line, to throw in some Radiance Foam Toner, because it really does help get you that glow that you want, along with having the hydration from the expert line. And what else? I could talk forever on this, and I definitely am so passionate about it. But basically, washing face for me now is therapy. I love it. You can see pictures of me down at the bottom. Those are just taken a couple weeks ago and a month ago. And I have my son in there because he also uses the line, and he actually pitches it to his college kids. So it's really cute. He'll tell me, Mom, people are here loving my skin, because he's in North Carolina, and the weather there can be really funky, and people there do not have good skin. He has one of the best glowing skin, and people are actually asking him what he's using, and he's telling everybody about Riman. And he actually got a lot of people to sign up to be my customer, which is so sweet. So it's been a really fun journey with him as well. We enjoy talking about skincare together, and he's even on my Instagram doing one of the facials with me, which is kind of fun if you guys get a chance to watch it. But yeah, I'm doing pop-ups here twice a week. I'm actually in the room that they let me do pop-ups at my apartment. People here are really dry and dehydrated. It's like Arizona temperature and conditions. So people here are really enjoying the skincare, so much so that they're trusting me, and they're actually coming out to Paul Mitchell, and I'm giving them facials as well. So I'm developing a really good clientele here, and the momentum is building for Riman for sure. And I see really great things happening for it, certainly in my time zone, but I know how hard National Director Steve and the entire XS team is working. I see all you guys on social media. I'm so proud to be part of this team and to see where this company is going to go and how much growth is happening. But yeah, absolutely. If I had to tell you what my favorite products were, it's definitely the Radiance Foam Toner and the Boo. I feel like you can probably get a good exfoliation with a lot of different products, but if you put the right toner and serum on your skin, you'll get the results you really want. So for sure, I never go a day without the toner and the Boo and the cream, and for sure, never forget SPF. But thank you, National Director Steve, for letting me share my journey on this with your team, and I really appreciate being given the chance to speak. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Seema, for sharing that. And I know that many people here on the call also appreciate everything you shared, because I know that many of them are also mothers and of course have kids just like yourself. And you having a background in science and of course as a esthetician and being so professional, knowledgeable, it's great for you to share that on our call today. So thank you so much.